Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
We are live. The opening always makes me think, Saturday Night Live, when they're like, it's Saturday night, live. No, wait, they don't say that. They say, live from New York, it's Saturday night. That's it. Live from Bologna, it's Wednesday night. It doesn't have the same ring to it.
Doesn't catch you. But welcome to our webinar, our live webinar. Yeah, hello. Today, like I did this in the previous one, and I tend to do it all the time. It's Wednesday, the 29th of April. It's now 1 minute past 7, actually. I said it in the previous one, just in case people don't know what day it is, because I know that happened the other day to me. Today is the second last day of April. Tomorrow is the very last day of April.
Oh yeah, 30 days, yeah. And then we will be into May, which is a beautiful month. It's probably my favorite month of the year, if I had to choose. I think the weather is just wonderful in May. It's not too hot yet. Usually, and still, maybe people have, nice plans ahead of them for summer. In the UK, I think there are 2 bank holidays. There's definitely one. No, there's 2 bank holidays in May. Which, in the UK, we don't have many public holidays. We have fewer than anywhere else in Europe. So it's a big deal. Yeah, I like May.
I like May too. I think April as well. April here in Europe is not so bad for me. I prefer April probably in South Africa, if you ask me. Because I was born in March, so it's autumn, and I think I've told you this before. Like the weather is just perfect. It's not too cold, other than it being windy. But I'm quite enjoying the weather that's here at the moment. Even the last 2 or 3 days have been a bit strange, right? Yeah, like today, for example, like the cloud rolled in, it was super dark, and the sun came out. But in that time, it was like this breeze just came through, and I was like, this is amazing. I wanted to soak up every minute of that weird weather.
Yeah. Did you have? I had hail here, like really heavy hail. It lasted for all of 10 minutes, but it was really heavy, and then it went. Yeah.
No, we didn't have hail. Yesterday we had a lot of rain in the day before.
Yeah. Thunder
but you
as well.
Experienced hail here, have you?
No, it's quite heavy.
Hail in Bologna is very dangerous.
Really?
Last year there was like a hailstorm where a lot of people had to claim insurance because their cars were dented.
Wow.
I actually had a student that she was constantly on the phone during the period when they were like, it was like a week of constant hailstorms. And she's like, the hail broke my window on her roof because she had like a window on the roof. She's like, what am I supposed to do with the water?
Wow.
Hailstorms are quite bad.
Hail in the UK is not a problem. It's not severe.
In South Africa, we have one specific place. It's like a province called the Free State. It's in South Africa. They tend to think that they're their own country themselves, but I don't know what they actually are. Anyways, they have hail there as well, like continuous hailstorms, but massive chunks. My nails are really bad. Massive chunks of hail. Like it's so dangerous.
How big are they? Can you show me?
I'm not doing that again. Even in my previous video, I'm trying to keep my hands down because I painted them, but I have that ugly habit of chipping the nail and then constantly, like, rather than using nail polish remover to remove it, I chip it like more.
Have you ever done that thing? I have a few friends actually in the UK who will repair the damage with a different color, and it looks quite beautiful. Yeah, you use like, there's that, I can't remember what it's called now. There's that Japanese art of you put together broken pots with gold. Yeah, it's like that, but on your nail you get like gold or another color, and then you fill in the little gaps, and it looks quite nice.
I've never tried it. I tried it and see what the outcome is. I don't know. It's gonna be the best.
It looks terrible. Maybe you'll do it and then immediately start taking it off again, and then it will just look Really strange.
I have that habit, unfortunately. What is important for you guys to know, what we would like you to do is to introduce yourselves. So tell us, what is your name? Where do you come from? And a question that we do want to know is, what is the number that you dislike the most?
Dislike.
You don't like it at all. And then I think while we're waiting for you guys to interact with us, we're probably going to introduce ourselves. You can go
sure. Thank you. My name is Hal. I am from the UK. I'm from England. I grew up in Surrey, which is just on the edge of London in the southeast of England. And I moved to Bologna last autumn. And yeah, so I'm in Bologna now, and I work at Myes Bologna Mille. Thank God. What a joy. And that's it, I think.
Good work at worse places.
Oh, absolutely, exactly. Thank God.
Yeah, I think we're a family team.
Absolutely. If I hadn't found you guys, there we go, conditional. If I hadn't found you guys, ...
What could happen, or what could have happened? I am Joanna. I come from Cape Town, South Africa, as many people probably already know. And what else? I am in the countryside, so I'm actually in Arcelato, which is between almost the province of Ferrara and Bologna, because I'm not too far from the province, like the border of the province of Ferrara. And I've been living in Bologna for 2.5 years, and I am also a teacher at Bologna Mille with Hal, which is actually really exciting. I get excited when I see his face.
Because I'm a novelty. Because relatively, I'm just the newbie, as we say, the new kid on the block.
I'm no longer. Yeah. I think we talked about before. It feels like you've been with us a lot longer. So I think generally we're all really comfortable with you.
That's good. And also, but at the moment, also I think everyone's collective sense of time is like gone out the window. No? So that's
what I spoke with Emily before. I was like, we have no concept of time anymore. What is time? I was sort of getting a little bit too deep.
Yeah, exactly. We have some people saying hello, right?
So we have Francesca. Hi, Francesca. Francesca was in my previous one. She's from Milan. She goes on to say, the number that I dislike the most, 7. But I don't know why. That's perfect. I like the number 7. It's a reasonable answer. We do have someone else.
Hey. Yay. Hey, Sole. Nice to see you again. And you said, I dislike number 4 or 14. I don't know why. I think it's ugly. 14. 14. 14 makes me... How many people are there in a rugby team? Numbers in a rugby team.
More than 14.
Is it more than 14? 15, okay.
Well, they have
15. That's why I thought...
And then they usually have extras.
Yeah. When I played rugby at school, I guess I was the 15th player, but I didn't really play, so maybe there were only 14 people.
You played rugby? Rugby's my favorite game to watch. You're so cute.
We played rugby league, rugby union, but my dad used to drag me around when I was a kid to watch rugby league, and I actually prefer rugby league, even though I don't watch it anymore. Rugby league, I don't know if it's played in Italy. I think not. It's rugby union in Italy.
I think it's rugby union. Don't think there is league because it's not as popular. Don't even get me started talking about rugby here because I watched in the Rugby World Cup. And I think I spoke about it with all my students when it happened because South Africa won the Rugby World Cup recently. But there was a terrible match against Italy and South Africa, and I sat here in my lounge watching it, and I got so angry because Italians played so dirty, and I was like, and I was getting so angry about it. So nice. I'm the person to talk about rugby with.
Sure. I used to play in my school.
You dislike though, huh?
Oh, I don't know. It's an interesting question because I think like these guys said, it's hard to say why. It's just like a reaction. I don't like the number 8 for some reason. I don't like the number 8.
Infinity number.
Yeah, it's a nice shape. It looks nice, but I think it's a bit too orderly. Like 8, okay, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. It bores me. It's a boring number. You know where you are with 8. I don't like that. And I like the numbers 9 and 7, which are either side of it. So I guess that's why. But there's no logic to it at all. What about you?
I don't know. I've been playing a lot of. I don't know if you know. There is an Italian game. It's called Scala 40.
No.
If you translate it to English, it's actually just 40 scales.
Okay.
It's where you use 2 different cards and things. It's really interesting. So I've been playing with numbers a lot recently. I was going to say that I actually don't like the number 9, but I like it at the same time.
Okay. There's a story there.
I don't know why. I just like the way that it looks. Also because of how I like the number 9. I think the number that I don't like is probably 3. No, I like 3. I don't know.
3's magic. 3's magic. You've got to like 3.
Magic because there's always good things come in 3s.
Exactly. That's how we say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Then I really don't know. 5, definitely 5.
5, okay.
Yeah.
5 you don't like.
Yeah,
I
5
agree
is
with that. I agree with that. 5.
I don't know why I don't like.
Although I think 5's quite a fun group to be in. Like if you're with friends, 5 of you is quite nice in a way. I don't know why.
But there's always that one person that's sort of left out.
Yeah. Yeah, is there? It was probably me if I haven't noticed it. I don't know. I'm like, is there? Yeah, it was me. 5, yeah. 5. What do we say? 4's a crowd. No, 3's a crowd. 3's a crowd?
3's a crowd. Yeah.
3's a crowd.
When they say 3's a crowd, it's referring to, couples.
Yeah. Yeah, third wheeling, as we say.
Just in case you guys don't know, it's a good sentence because that's like an idiomatic expression to say 3
really
is a crowd. That's similar to what we're going to do today. So when we say that 3 is a crowd,
it's quite rude, isn't it? Like usually you say it as a joke because if a couple actually said to you, so it's when there's 3 people who want to do something, right? 2's company. 2 people want to do something. 2's company. 2 is a good number. We say 2's company. 3's a crowd, as in 3's too many people. We only want 2 people. Bye. It's not nice.
It's terrible. Like I imagine you have friends. Okay, let's not take it as in a couple context. Let's say you have friends. 2 of them want to do something, and they don't ask you to tag along with them. Yeah. Exactly. Your friends don't want you to do something with them, so they say, "Yeah, 3's a crowd." As in, say, we want to do this together, but we don't include you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the nicest.
But usually we say it as a joke, no? Not people don't often say it seriously, but you say, "Oh, 3's a crowd." Yeah. Francesca, for me, this is definitely a very difficult question. Yeah, it's tricky.
Well, it's not an important question. Why? We just wanted to know for the sake of knowing.
Exactly.
Francesca, just pay attention to the word definitely, because we would say it like definitely.
Right, one way.
I think that perhaps we should start with our wonderful focus.
Let's go.
So today we have a focus activity 10 to 13, strength in numbers. Before we start, would you like to read what Solis says?
The third takes all the responsibility. I like it. I have definitely been in situations where I am the third person and I feel like it's a bit stressful because if the other 2 people, the couple maybe, if they're not getting along or it's not going well or they seem to have some problem, you feel like you want to cheer them up or do something. You know what I mean? You're like, guys, come on.
You are the mediator.
Yeah, the mediator, exactly. The third person takes all the responsibility. Yeah, you become the mediator, the person who goes between. I don't like that, but it does happen.
It's a good way to think about it. Never thought of it like that. So yes, our focus, strength in numbers. Would you like to read?
Sure thing. We have common number idioms, guessing the meanings of expressions, and practicing using new expressions. So we have loads of, all of the expressions are to do with numbers, right? That's the idea, which is why we asked you guys.
And the next slide that's coming up, when I was reading it to plan, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually liked reading it. So, a number of meanings. Would you like to read it? Like we could go one and I do one, you do one.
Perfect.
So,
you want to start? Okay.
What is the meaning of the word number in the following sentences? Number one, there were a number of people at the market today.
Number two, she wore a little black number to the party.
Number three, for his last number, he sang a beautiful ballad.
Number four, could you order these pages and then number them?
Number five, she died yesterday. I guess her number was up. Sorry.
Yeah, the last one is quite sad, but it's really interesting actually. These 5 sentences.
I don't know if I would use number in that sense, but yeah, we'll wait for them to try and tell us what it means, and then I will probably say what I use.
Yeah.
So what we want you guys to do, as you see from number 1 to 5, there is the word number, okay? But the word number means something different in every single sentence. So what we would like you guys to do is tell us for each sentence, what does the word number mean?
Right.
So let's start with number 1. If I say that there were a number of people at the market today, what does the word number mean? What is it referring to? So let us know in the comment section below.
Number of people, a number of people. Yeah.
We could also help them. I think that this.
No, sorry, I was just saying at the market, you can use it anywhere, right? There were a number of people at the party. What does a number mean there?
So Francesca actually has it. She says a lot. Great job. So we would say there were a lot of people at the market today, usually when there is a gathering of people.
Exactly.
What about number 2?
Sometimes it implies, like when you use it like this, who did you see at the party? And you say, oh, I saw, and there were a number of people. It means a lot, and also kind of like random, right? Like, oh, there were different people, many different people. You know what I mean? Like, I spoke to a number of people yesterday means I spoke to a lot of people, and maybe also for different reasons. I don't know. It has a sense of like, to me, it sounds like a sense of like randomness as well. Like
definitely. I agree with that. Sole says it could be an elegant dress. Exactly. So here she wore a little black elegant dress to the party.
Lovely.
How do I agree with her in terms of elegant. I think also sometimes when we say a little black number, every woman, and you see in a lot of movies, every woman has that little black dress. It's always that black dress that you wear that makes you feel very sexy.
Yeah, I'll go get mine now, and then we can look at it, right?
I'll go get mine too.
It's a very specific kind of dress, right? I think everyone can imagine it. Like, it's usually quite short, right?
It is. So
not really short.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that it's a dress, but it doesn't always mean elegant. It makes you feel sexy.
Hot, sexy, cool, yeah.
Exactly. A woman wears this dress when she wants all of the eyes to be on her. Especially in movies, when a woman wears like a little black number, it's because she's recently gotten out of a relationship, or she's making a comeback.
Yeah, I got a divorce, so I need to go and find a little black number.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Number 3. For his last number, he sang a beautiful ballad. Mm-hmm.
So if you do notice with number 3, we're definitely talking about a concert.
Exactly. Singing. Yes, sorry. A sexy dress. Exactly.
Dress, yes. Oh, what? Maybe she's asking what is a sexy dress.
Maybe. I mean,
sexy dress is a dress that you wear where you feel like extremely beautiful, but more in a I want to say a provocative way.
possibly, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Performance.
So you don't look like, I don't know, more
You're not going to wear it to a wedding. Let's put it that way. You don't wear it. You don't wear a little black number to a wedding, or you could, but it's for fun dress. It's for like seductive. There we go.
Seductive is a nice word too. It's like when you go out to a nightclub.
Yeah, exactly. It's for clubbing, for partying. Exactly.
And so it says for his last performance, he sang a beautiful ballad. Excellent. Performance is the best way that you could do it.
Perfect. So we say like, oh, I loved that number of his where he sang blah blah. A ballad is like a type of folk song, right? With like words. I don't know much about music, but a ballad.
In South Africa, for example, it's probably the same in the UK. Let's say we go to a nightclub and we hear a song that we really like, then I'd be like, what was that number that we heard the other night?
Yeah.
It's referring to the song.
Yeah. Good, exactly.
Put the number on the pages. So could you order these pages and then number them? Perfect, yeah?
Exactly. And here notice that number is being used as a verb. Then number, to number the pages, and it's the imperative here because it's an instruction.
Yeah.
To put a number on something. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. To put a number on something. And then last but not least, number 5, she died yesterday. I guess her number was up. Like you said, it's a bit sad.
It's sad. It's a strange phrase. Do you use it much? I wouldn't.
No, not in this context. I'd probably say her time was up.
Yeah, we say that as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's very common. So Solis says the end. It is referring to the end of somebody's life, but the word number is not the end. I don't know.
I think it comes from the Bible, right? It's like, in theory, or it's kind of religious. The idea is that God has given you a certain number of years, a certain amount of time, and it's up. It's finished. So we say her number was up, like I guess kind of like the maximum of someone's time here.
I think in this case we probably put number with time.
Yeah, we say time was up. Exactly, we say that as well. In fact, it's almost common. So it's like the time.
So we would say his or her time was up. It's an idiomatic expression for basically saying that the person has passed away, because you sort of want to put it in a nicer way, sort of.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Usually you'd be using it because the person was quite old, right? You wouldn't, if it was like a really awful accident with a young person, you wouldn't say their time was up. It sounds really strange and a bit rude because you're suggesting that like they were old and they lived a good long life and their time was up. Exactly.
Yeah. Or you would use it for someone, like you said, when they're old, but especially those old people that are, I don't know how sometimes they're sticking around, but they're still like on an oxygen tank, or
exactly.
A lot of things that you don't understand. Why are they still doing these things? Yeah. Colin says the time sounds better. I think it's more commonly used.
Yeah, I agree.
Her time is up. Or when we say it like in an examination, the time is up, referring to the end.
Finish. Yeah. Time's up.
Excellent. You guys did really wonderfully. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Lucky numbers. So which numbers are considered lucky or unlucky in your country? Which numbers do you know of by heart? Example, telephone, bank codes, license plates, etc. And what is your lucky number? Why is it lucky for you?
This always makes me, the first question, so guys, let us know in the comments, respond to these questions.
Definitely.
Good to be with you and get your opinions. The first question always makes me, I think I said this the last time I did this focus, okay, but it always makes me think of, I have a friend who's quite suspicious and he salutes magpies because in the UK there's a rhyme, I don't know if it's also, if you know it in South Africa, but it goes, so if you see a magpie, you have to count how many magpies, these black birds.
Before my eyes, when shall be my next surprise?
No, whoa, that sounded weird. No, it goes like this. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl and 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told. So I think there are more, but I only know those ones. So
probably heard that. We just don't have magpies in South Africa.
Yeah, sure. There are magpies everywhere, especially in Manchester for some reason. So the poor guy would salute, yeah, one is one for sorrow being like immense sadness, right? So 1 is bad luck, and 2 for joy. 2 is good luck, and then there's boy, girl, gold, silver, and the last one is a secret. Yeah.
Maybe like Hal is trying to explain, perhaps maybe why his friend also alluded is because maybe it's like an old tale or an old probably what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, that if you see this is probably your luck. This is probably what's going to happen in your life.
Exactly, that's the idea. Or because you see them so often in the UK, it's more like this is what will happen in the next day.
So that's like we would see like a flock of birds, and then we'd say that a flock of birds before my eyes. When shall be my next surprise? And then usually who's with you? Someone would be like tomorrow at like 8 o'clock. It doesn't ever happen really, but it's like a rhyme you remember when you're a child.
That's nice. That's nice.
Which numbers are considered unlucky or lucky in the UK?
Definitely 13. And then other than that, it's all very personal. I don't think there are other ones. 13. Yeah.
Yeah, because of course, like the 13th of the Friday the 13th, that's an unlucky number.
Exactly.
I think that also maybe if you're religious, you'd probably believe in 666 and 777.
Yes.
So if you're religious, I don't want to go into that, but yeah, that could also be seen because that's seen all over the world.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not necessarily like what the country abides by, but personally speaking, yeah. Francesca says 13 and 17 are unlucky numbers in Italy, while 3 and 7 are linked to the Catholicism and are positive. Exactly. 3 is seen as the Holy Trinity, like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And 7 is referred to how many days the Lord took to make the earth, and it's linked directly.
Exactly. No, I think also in the UK that would go. 3 is definitely thought of as a lucky number.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic number. 17 for prediction of death. Yeah, prediction or.
I'd like to know why though. I think that's something I need to Google.
What? Why 17?
Yeah, why is it the prediction of death? It's like a random number, 17. There has to be a story to it. It's not to say, oh, I choose number 17. No, there is a reason.
Yeah.
What happens if I'm born on the 17th at like the 17th hour of the day and 17 seconds or something?
Oh, we have this thing in the UK. I don't know if it's also it's in America, I think, which is 27. I think it's 27. I'm 26, so I've got one more year. 27 is
That's
the year. Yeah, it's a bad number because it's the year when sort of loads and loads of famous, I don't know, like poets, rock stars, pop artists,
it's called the 27 Club.
Yeah, the 27 Club, exactly. Amy Winehouse comes to mind. Amy
Kurt
Winehouse,
Cobain.
I think.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse and Kurt Cobain and
maybe
there's a lot of people that were added to it.
Yeah, and it goes back. I think Percy Shelley, the poet, was also 17. I mean, look,
27.
27. Sorry, yeah. So that is also thought of as unlucky. No,
So there also says 13 about the 13 in the Bible. I don't know that one.
I didn't know that either.
I don't know that. Maybe you can explain to us. Would you like to read what Francesca says?
I know by heart so many numbers because perfect. It helps me to keep my brain active. Yeah.
So not active, just active, as in active.
I'm terrible at this. I don't know.
I tend to know numbers that serve me no purpose. Like I can remember like a childhood number or phone number or something. Like why?
Yeah, sometimes I forget my my PIN number even. That happened to me in the UK, and it was really stressful. I couldn't remember it at all.
It's happened sometimes. I recently changed my PIN, and I'm like, because I remember the old one, and then I forgot that I've just changed it to a new one.
Yeah.
Every now and then I change my PINs. One thing that I do remember, and I don't know why, but I tend to use it for everything, is my father's ID number. It's very weird because it's not my ID number.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. I also remember my parents' home number, but that's only because it hasn't changed since I was a child. So
yeah, my mum too. It's the number I phone her every single day on. So.
But other than that, I don't have a good. I'd say I don't have a good memory for numbers, really.
Here is now I think we're going to skip what is your lucky number and why is it lucky to you, because I think a lot of the time, no, maybe someone could tell us, because I think we've asked a bit, somebody in the beginning.
Some people might have said, but we said what we dislike. So maybe if you do have a lucky number, let us know. And Sole said to number 2, my number, telephone companies, my mum, my home, my codice fiscale, my credit card number. Nice.
What? I don't even know my credit card number. I only know my CVV number.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important one. The credit card is nothing without the CVV.
Yeah, I don't remember them. I have to write them down. Do you have a lucky number?
I always want to say 16 because I'm born on the 16th. And probably 7 because I don't know. My brother's born on the 7th, so somehow I feel like it's just fitting. What about you?
Yeah. No, not really. No, I have numbers that I quite like. I like the number 12.
Why?
I feel like I don't know. It's just very solid, reliable figure. I don't know why. 12. If you've got 12 people, 12 disciples, 12. Are there 12 people in the Fellowship of the Ring, in the Lord of the Rings? I don't know. 12. It's a good number to go to sit down for dinner with, Yeah.
I've never thought of it like that. I'm going to try and have like a dinner party with 12 people and see how I feel.
Try it.
It's a good number. Like, why not? Francesca says my lucky number is 11, which is also my favorite number. My birthday, the anniversary. Di fidanzamento. Okay, it's the anniversary of when she got engaged. Or either engaged or her relationship started. Perfect. I like that number too. 11. Why not? It's perfect.
And Sole says, in Italy, we don't. I do. Great. Sit in a table with 12 people. Yes, you are the 13th. because it reminds people of Jesus and the apostles. Exactly. So what I meant was you plus 11 people.
Yeah.
That's
not
not you
oh really?
12 people.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me plus 12 other people.
No, sorry. 12 in total. 12 in total,
Okay.
because 13 people around a table is bad.
Okay. I'm gonna remember that. Never have a birthday party with 13 people. Don't do that when I get married.
Really unlucky, yeah. And also, Solly, I figured out that in Harry Potter, use that fact of the 13 people in the table and the 13th died. Wait, so there's a use to figure out. In Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling uses that trope, as in there's a dinner with 13 people and the 13th died.
Yeah, it's a dinner with Voldemort.
Oh, yeah, in the one of the last ones.
I think, yeah, or the second or the third last. I'm not too sure, but yeah, she's correct.
You don't want to be the 13th person at the table.
Duly noted.
Duly noted.
So let us continue, though. Idioms. Oh, let me remove the beautiful banner. Would you like to read?
Sure. An idiom is an expression that means something other than the literal meanings of its individual words. Many English idioms involve numbers or number phrases. For example, they are on cloud 9. What does this phrase mean to you? Do you know any other number idioms?
So what we would like you guys to do in the comment section is to let us know, what does it mean to be on cloud 9? Mm-hmm. What does it mean? Comment it in the comment section below. And also, if you know any idiomatic expressions with numbers, it can maybe be in your own language too, so in Italian, French, or Spanish, if you guys are watching too, and try and translate them for us. I have a few. I've written down a few that I thought of. I'm going to give them some examples because it's good to know. Also, because some of them that I've written down I think are commonly used. Mm-hmm. Like, ooh, she's like, when Sirius Black died.
Okay.
Thank you, Solly.
Thank you. Yes, although happy is good. Francesca's one is nice, like paradise. I'm going to say to be ecstatic, Mm-hmm. Like you are so happy. You are so happy, you ecstatic, you feel like you are out of yourself, right? Ecstasy. Really.
I do agree with Francesca when she says it is like paradise, but for seventh heaven, to be in seventh heaven, it's sort of like to be in paradise,
exactly.
As paradise is seen as a good thing.
Exactly. Seventh heaven. So,
Hal, do you know any other idiomatic expressions with numbers?
With numbers, I didn't come prepared, did I?
I've got them.
You go.
How about I suggest them and you give the definition?
Okay, I'll do my best. Exactly.
Okay, to have 2 left feet.
Ah, nice. To have 2 left feet. To be unable to dance well. You can't dance well. Because if you have 1 left foot and 1 right foot, ideally. If you had 2 left feet, it would be a disaster. Yeah.
And let me give you another. To take 5.
To take a short break. Take a break. Take 5. I think it's just originally it's to take 5 minutes, right? That's the idea, to take a 5-minute break. But we just say, guys, let's take 5. Take a short break.
Yeah, you hear it a lot when you play sports. Take 5, guys. As coaching. In stop training.
Yeah.
Solly says 2 foot in own pairs.
I don't follow, Solly. What do you mean?
Could you explain to us what you mean in the sentence, Solly? In the meantime, while we're waiting for her to explain, here's one. At the 11th hour.
Ah, nice. At the, I was about to say at the last minute, but that's kind of another expression. Like, you do something at the 11th hour means you do something at the final moment when it can be done. At the final moment when it's still possible.
Usually before a deadline.
Yeah. If the deadline's at like 9 a.m., then you stay up all night, you finish it at 8:55, and then you email it or whatever. Yeah.
And that would technically be the 11th hour. It's not referring to 11 o'clock in the evening. So just to not get anyone confused. Here is one. I don't use it, but when I was Googling it to really understand it, it says that it's a common one in English, like British English, so at 6s and 7s.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't that just mean it's not very common, but I do really like it? Like, chaotically, I think. Like, if someone's like without any order to it, it kind of sounds aggressive as well. At 6s and 7s. Did you find out? I would, if someone said, yeah, okay, I've got the definition here is in a state of confusion. Yeah, like chaotic, I think.
To be in a state of chaos / confusion.
I think I do use it, but like if I say that if someone's arguing or talking at 6s and 7s, it means they are just talking, like they're not listening to each other. They're just arguing in a chaotic way. To talk at 6s and 7s with someone.
I've never used it before, so
it's quite sweet, isn't it?
I don't know if I'd use 6s and 7s. You know what numbers I would use together? At 6s and 9s. Do you want to know why?
Why?
I don't know if you've ever seen, it's like an image of two people, one person on either side, and there is a number drawn in the middle of the people. One person sees it as a 6, the other person sees it as a 9, because of the perspective of how the number is positioned.
Okay.
And it's sort of like, just because I have my opinion doesn't mean that your opinion is wrong, or vice versa. You know, usually when you have
the other way. Yeah.
I'd say it's 6s and 9s, but of course it's not idiomatically correct.
No. It's sweet though. Sorry, okay, 2 foot in a shoe, right? Okay, 2 feet, plural, 2 feet in one shoe. I translated, but I don't know if it's correct in English. We don't have that expression, 2 feet in one shoe.
No, what we do have is to have 2 feet in the grave. No, not 2 feet in the grave. To be 1 foot in the grave.
1 foot, yeah.
To be 1 foot in the grave sort of means like you are already in a bad situation.
Yeah, it's not good. You are close to some disaster or death.
Here's one more. I think it's about death, but I'm going to introduce it, which is to be 6 foot under. To be 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain that?
To be absolutely dead, because usually to be absolutely dead, to be dead, rotting, buried, because we usually bury someone at 6 feet down under the ground. So if you say someone is 6 feet under, it means they've died, they've long gone.
Yeah.
It's quite morbid.
Okay, I think we're going to go to the next. 2 peas in a pod. That's another one. So I'm going to explain this one quickly before we get to our next activity. To
be 2 peas in a pod is like 2 people who are really close together, not physically but emotionally. Like they fit
like to have
together. A really good relationship. Yeah, really good relationship. 2 peas in a pod.
So we have some phrases or some vocabulary. So would you like to read the vocabulary and I read the definition?
Sure thing. So we have number 1, 4 corners of the earth. Number 2, at 6s and 7s. Did we write at 6s and 7s is 6s and 7s? Ignore me. Number 3, once in a blue moon. Number 4, a dime a dozen. Number 5, back to square one. And number 6, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
So A, rarely. B, all over the world. C, solve 2 problems at once. D, start over. E, in a state of confusion. F, cheap and common. So what we would like you guys to do in the comment section is to match up number 1 to 6 to A to F. So it does ask us, what is a pod?
Nice. Okay. In this context, it's quite specific. Sole, if you think of peas, little green things, they grow inside a pod. They grow inside a pod. They grow inside a small green, almost like a green tube, right? And there's peas inside of it. And more generally, a pod is a kind of, it's just a kind of a type of container, something that holds something else, no? It makes me think of like Star Wars, like aliens, spaceship.
Like an incubation container.
Yeah, it has like a pod, which is something kind of organic that holds something in it.
Whenever there is a pod involved, there is usually life inside of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean human, can be an animal as well, I think.
Or an alien, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. An alien.
Francesca gives us the answer for number 1. She says 4 corners of the earth, all over the world. It's a very difficult one to understand 4 corners of the earth because there are no corners.
Think of a map.
Yeah. Or if you believe in flat earth.
Or if you're a flat earther, then welcome. Let us know how you're doing.
Are you a flat earther?
6s and 7s.
Sole says 2E.
Francesca, have
Francesca,
you lost me or have I lost you? I don't know if we've lost Joanna or if
can you hear me?
Lost me. Sole and Francesca, can you still see me? Or have I gone?
Very strange. No, I think it's you that's gone. I'm here. Hal says,
can you guys still see me or have you lost me?
Okay, guys. So clearly we're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, which is really not a problem. Let us continue with number 3.
Sorry,
we lost you for a second.
I know. I was talking to myself. Hi.
Not a problem. Okay, so number 3. Once in a blue moon, what would that be? Sole says A. Francesca also says A. Rarely. Perfect. Once in a blue moon is a common phrase we would use.
Yeah, I use that. It's really nice as well. I see. Good. Yeah, now I can see the messages that are like, yes, I see you, yes. Because I was asking, I was like, guys, can you still see me? Because I don't know if I've gone or not. Because I thought maybe we'd love to you.
Or maybe the audio between you and I just wasn't there.
Exactly. Once in a blue moon. Beautiful expression.
I like it.
Yeah.
Number 4. Yeah. Sole says F. Let's see if anyone else says F. Okay, Sole says F, which is perfect. It usually means that you can I don't know. I think in the literal translation is like you could buy 12 things with 1 dime.
Exactly. Really cheap.
Great. I don't know what is the equivalent of a dime, but okay.
Like nothing.
Is dime UK or is it American?
American.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know then. Sorry, guys.
No idea. Sorry, guys. I don't know what dime is.
Back to square one, Sole says is D. This is also very commonly used. And last but not least, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, solve 2 problems at once. I like the last one, not for the killing thing, but the expression.
In fact, I feel like I often just say 2 birds and people know what you mean. Or you can say, I'm going to the shops and then I'm going to meet someone outside at the shops. 2 birds. It means with 1 stone.
Yeah. So when you're a native speaker, it comes more fluently, or people understand it a lot faster. But this is definitely one we tend to use a lot. In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions for us, feel free to go to Myes SOS, which is our Facebook page. Ask any questions over there. But in the meantime, we're probably going to say goodbye now. So have a really good dinner. Have a good evening. If you do wait another 10 more minutes, there will be another focus of your level, and it will be the last one for the evenings. So I'm going to say good night, guys, and see you very soon.
Good night, guys. Bye, Francesca and Sole. Take care.
Bye, guys. Keep well.